All right, so far, well, welcome for those joining the recording to the June 2nd edition of the KubeVirt SIG storage meeting. So far, we have a pretty low attendance and no agenda items, so we're going to take a look at the CDI GitHub issues here. So if there's any that stand out to you, we could just start at the top and work down, I guess.
Yeah, let's start at the top.
Okay, give me 1 second. I have to move the little Zoom bar out of my way. All right. All right, empty data volume not creating. Let's see.
Looking at it, I think there's an issue in the setup. There's no, the error they're getting is that the API server isn't.
Okay.
If everybody had, if there was an actual bug in the webhook, everybody would be complaining about it. So
Failed to call the webhook. Okay. I'll just start with that. Does that look good? I mean, I think if the pods are there, I guess the webhook should be good, but
unless there's a network configuration issue and the Kubernetes API server can't talk to the CDI API server.
oh yeah. Okay. All right. Data volume source from NFS.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've had this request. My answer is still the same. Basically, they want the CDI importer to mount an NFS
Oh yeah.
board and then, copy stuff over. And every time somebody does ask me that, I say just make a PVC or a PV that points to the export, and then we can make a PVC and
hmm
import it from there. Or you already have the disk image right there. So
Yep.
and
Yeah, and it
they haven't responded since. So I guess either they gave up or I gave them the answer they were looking for.
hmm
So I'm just gonna
Dude.
wait for the
Okay.
bot to eventually close it. That's usually what I do.
Yep, that's fair. Okay, provisioned Windows 10 image fails to boot after import.
And that one is weird.
It works on 150, but on 160 it passes, but the Windows is not bootable.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem
NBD
is.
kit stuff. Underlying plugin does not support.
Yeah, that you can ignore that. That's
Okay.
read ahead plugin without uh,
Oh,
underlying
okay.
content.
Yeah.
It just ignores that pretty much.
Failed to kill the process OS. Already finished. Is that normal? That
Yeah,
seems bad.
yeah.
Okay. It'd be nice if the PR limit could be adjusted to not show these errors if they're like the if it's already finished. Okay, cool. Then you don't. Then it should be not an error. That looks like a good cleanup opportunity. Because when you see failed, that looks bad. Import complete. Okay, so other than that, the messages are fine. We run the following to import the image.
I'm not quite sure. Um,
It worked fine on QCow.
but the thing is, a raw import is basically us doing nothing. We're just copying the bytes.
Hmm.
So how can that corrupt anything?
I'm just wondering what the convert uh to QCow 2 would have. I mean, that shouldn't have really done anything either, unless there's issues with the PVC not being zeroed to start with, and then no, that shouldn't matter.
No, because I think they have some sort of file system volume. So
Hmm. Okay, well, Alex has asked for more details, and we're not getting any.
yeah,
Is that like I mean, that's the valid next step. What Alex asked for there.
yeah, and maybe get the MD5 sum of the source versus the target, see what the difference is, and see if they're actually the same or not.
Is that actually valid though? Because we like do a little bit of expansion or things like that, right?
That shouldn't matter because the file is sparse. So if we just change the virtual size of the thing, we don't actually change the bytes on the disk. So when we expand,
Hmm. Okay. For some reason, I thought that even um if the so two images with the same written bits but a slightly different size, they'll still have the same MD5. I just thought those extra, like when you MD5 something, you account for the zeros, because then you would basically be saying that two images which are slightly different in terms of their sizes are the same file.
I'm pretty sure you get the same.
Okay.
I guess it's easy enough to verify.
Hmm. Yeah, I would feel more comfortable like checking that before I ask that comment, because otherwise if we just get a different MD5 sum, it might lead us in the wrong direction, but I can ask. I just wonder also if they, during this reformatting thing, if they actually like pulled a new copy of it, and so they weren't using the corrupted version or something somehow. Like if something they're not telling us happened to the image.
Yeah, I don't know. They're saying that they took the same image and just copied it over, zipped it, and then copied it over and unzipped it, and then it was fine. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so help me with that request here, just so I get it concise.
let me just verify that I'm not talking nonsense here. Feel free to go to the next one while I look this up for a second. So
Okay, yeah, sure. All right. Test images only get published with version arch tags upon releases. Okay, this is Alex posting it. Nobody understands Basil. That's the theme here, I guess.
yeah, I know Hubert is talking about ditching it. So
Yeah, it's a perennial conversation for us as well. It'll actually help with some of the, I think it's like renovate or something like that. If we want to use that for helping to fix CVEs, we need to fix that. Okay, who's supposed to be checking this? I'm
so
not sure I know.
appears I was wrong.
Okay. All right, so we won't ask for the MD5. I guess we have this other question out here. Yeah, it's odd. I don't really know how to debug that further. And I'm not sure what we would have done in that area that uh, I think Alex was doing a little work around sparseness. We had some issues around the FS overhead stuff, trying to fix that. So maybe there were a few changes in that area. I suppose we could also,
This is definitely going to MBD kit. So
mhm,
you can see the MBD kit calls in the logs.
yep. So I guess we could check I mean, one way that we could look at this is to uh, use Git to figure out exactly what's changed in between these two versions.
Do a bisect or something.
Mhm. I'm gonna suggest that, but
Yeah, maybe ask if yeah, they said they switched to QCal 2 and it worked, but obviously if we actually have an issue, we want to figure out what the problem is. So,
yeah. I'm gonna who what the name? Okay, it's this BC. Okay, put that there. All right, so on this one, how do we check if these tags are correct now for the latest versions? Repository tags. I'm not even sure I understand what's being asked for here. Let's see. Okay, there's version dash arch tags, but we also want just a plain version for the x86.
Um, I, yeah, I'm not sure what Alex is asking for here, but at this point, we are publishing multi-arch images to Quay. So when you go to Quay and you look at the CDI containers,
Hmm.
you'll see the same container, but you'll see 3 different arches available.
Okay, it's not here.
No, it's in Quay.io
Yeah.
slash keyword.
Is it this or
No, just go to KubeVirt and then just search for CDI and it'll list all the containers. In the filter repositories, just type in CDI and it'll filter the. So if you go to any one of them and then go to tags. And you see the one where it has like 3 little Linux icons. That's a multi-arch. Okay.
okay. So do we have some actual properly named? So
Yeah,
here's latest.
we have daily ones that get updated. So
Hmm. So I don't know, this seems like there's
you,
a
if you go again in filter and go to like 1.62 or something, then you'll get an actual. See, so on this 62.0, that one was created 2 months ago, and you can see that there's 3. So I don't know what the exact issue is.
okay.
We have both the 3 with the extensions. We
Yeah.
also have the one that doesn't have any extension but is properly multi arched. So
Okay. So okay. Odd importer prime have error when pull image. Let's see.
Yeah, I think I looked at it. If you look at the get, there's a dial. There's an not, I think there's a networking issue. I think
Hmm. All right. Do we want to just let this one stale out then?
yeah,
Okay. Evaluate linter errors. Okay, so this one's gone stale. Is there a link to? Oh,
I believe I do disable it because there were like a bunch of false positives on it or something.
okay.
So it's just one of the particular linters, um, and it might actually be useful. I honestly don't know what the G115 linter is, so I have no clue. Probably the second one. Integer overflow conversion. Just scroll by where it was. If you go back to the Google research, I spotted the third one had something that actually said what it was.
Mm, okay.
Probably have to ask Alex.
Yeah. All right. How do I remove the stale at least again? Do you remember the command?
Yes, it's essentially slash life cycle removes stale.
Like dash.
Yeah, that's the one.
If that works. I'll come back and check on it. All right. Unable to collect Prometheus monitoring indicators.
Yeah, I think we don't publish the Prometheus service endpoints anymore.
Do we want to do that? Like, I mean, I guess we do certain, well, no, I was thinking of live migration stuff, but that's going to be KubeVirt, not CDI. Would there be a reason to do this if people wanted to like do their own progress reporting instead of data volume status? Like, is there a downside to just publishing those?
We have to maintain
All right, I didn't hear you, Alexander.
it. I said we have to maintain it.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. Okay. I think we should, since we gave an answer and it wasn't like contended, we should just say, um, got to keep things clean. Okay, I don't think this actually worked, but I'll go back and figure it out later. Scratch PVCs created during upload don't have Valero exclude from backup label. Already implemented. Okay, it's assigned to Shelly.
I put in the remove life cycle stale on the other one. Don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Actually, if you look at the top, it tells you right that remove life cycle stale. If I copy it from the Cupid bot.
Oh yeah. Okay, right. Okay, nice. Thank you. All right, I'll close that one. Let's see. All right, we'll keep going down for a little bit here yet. Two cert manager functions for CDI API server.
Yeah, I think Michael might have more knowledge in that one.
I think she was just suggesting like some code cleanup here.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, somebody wanted to take a look at this, so maybe I can assign it. Are they able to be, maybe they're not able to be assigned. Okay, cool. Pure storage.
I gotta drop you guys.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Michael.
Weird question since I've been gone for a while. Is Israel on a holiday or something?
Today,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. All right. See you. Bye.
See ya. Okay, we got that assigned. Orthogonal distinction between volumes usable for snapshot versus volumes that can be created from snapshots. This is a CubeSAN one. I think I remembered looking at this one at one point.
And since CubeSAN is kind of defunct at this point, and I think we're
Hmm.
super interested anymore.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to say that, yeah. All right, importing a container disk onto a block volume loses sparseness. Lots of discussion on here. I'm not sure where we ended up with on it. I know that Alex has been very involved, still commenting quite a bit on it. April 15th. Yeah, I think Alex is working this via a Jira issue or something. I'll just say. Actually, I'm trying to remember if maybe a D had some code for this. I'm just gonna ask him to. All right. We've gotten through quite a few of these. Any other ones that we should look at? Do you guys want to keep going for a little bit?
Maybe look at some of the stores and keeper ones.
Okay.
I don't know how well they get labeled in keeper.
Okay. Yeah, do we get SIGs on these or?
Yes, there's one that says six.
Oh, SIG storage. Yeah, can I do,
You have to click on the label and it'll filter on all those.
oh yeah, nice, thanks. Wow, yeah, we have several here. So port for full memory snapshots.
Yeah,
Let's see,
they essentially want to be able to hibernate
Mm-hmm.
and the memory snapshot we have is just for forensic purposes, not for things like hibernate. It's a completely different different function called in Whitford, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't had more people ask for that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing, it's since we don't have many people here, and we probably can't, but we should probably go through some of the VAPs and see if we can do that. If there's only 3 people here, I might not be.
Yeah, I think we're pretty early in the 1.7 VEP cycle as well. So I know that yeah, on Friday we had a conversation about one such VEP, but yeah, maybe next time I'll maybe even add a slot in the meeting invite here before we adjourn to, or in the agenda for next time.
A D has one that I guess. And the PR is already ready to be merged. It's just that the VEP hasn't been approved. We should probably approve that one just so he can get that one in, even for 1.6. So because it's in the CDI repo, it's not in the Cooper repo, so we have a little more flexibility there.
Mm-hmm.
So that one might be actually a good one to look at after we're done here.
Okay. Let's take a peek if cross namespace VM snapshots restores and clones.
kept. Uh,
That's interesting. So we could do, we could simplify the populators potentially.
Yes,
Okay. We will be able to get cross namespace migration soon.
correct.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave that one there for now, like it's acknowledged. Backup and restore KubeVirt Windows VM, including mounted PVC. Not sure I understand what's being asked.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, we have a AI thing.
Yeah,
I can assign
I
it.
still don't understand what they were asking, but
Yeah, I don't really either. Because well, it started off as an issue with the snapshot backup and restore, but now it seems to move towards debugging the export.
yeah,
Hmm. And I'm not sure who this person is. Oh, Google Summer of Code. Who's mentoring the Google Summer of Code folks?
I think we had several. Not 100% sure. I think Alice, but since she's not working in Cooper anymore, I don't know.
Mhm. Okay. All right, let's go take a look at that. You said there was in CDI,
Yeah, so the VEPs are in their own.
yeah, and KubeVirt
I think it's
enhancements.
enhancement. Yeah. Should be pull requests, and one of them should be. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, I guess the VEP was made in the CDI repo. Interesting. It's 3753.
Okay.
It's the third one from the top.
Oh, there's two.
One is the PR, one is the VEP. Well, that's actually
Oh, AD. So
I guess it is the Golden Images support one that Sean open. There's a link in the description right there. It's Keyword Enhancement 49.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so large amount of discussion on that.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Okay, I mean, there seems to be robust conversation here. And it's who opened this again? Oh yeah, Sean. So I guess this is targeting 1.7. Do we have a way to see what we should be well past the, yeah, I mean, this is open pretty late, so it must be 1.7 for 421.
Right, but most of this is going to be in CDI, if not all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a little more flexible in CDI than the keeper. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it's important for us to recall. I mean, I guess I know that, yeah.
although there is some HCO stuff in there as well to enable all of this, so that's probably what.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, we have some PRs by Adi for this, and they're sort of hanging out there. I think they're like already approved or almost approved, and they're like, oh, we can't really merge them until the VEP is approved. So
Yep. Yep.
so
Right. So I think,
in a chicken and egg type deal where, okay, which one goes in first, right? The VEP should go first, but
yeah, it really, I mean, this is, if this is implementing a design, otherwise, in CDI, we take on a risk that, we'll have to revert code or that it'll have to get modified. I mean, I guess if we are confident in the approach and it stands on its own in CDI, like we could merge it, but I think in general, we should press to have the VEP, fully approved first.
right. The thing is, we're the one that need to approve the VEP since it's 6 storage. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
since we don't have, really a lot of people here, I don't know if we can actually say.
We can't do it. Yeah, we can't do it here, but I guess this is a call out that, okay, so this is, I'm just going to create a note in here. So, um, okay, I'm just putting it there. So yeah, I think we definitely need to, get on that and, identify, I mean, who are there, I guess the VEP should have people that are signed up to own that, I think.
Right, that's sort of one of the main points of this. There's that sort of gives you a focal point for somebody to actually review and make sure all this stuff gets in, and they get priority on reviews. So.
Yeah, and where is isn't there a section in this? I'm sorry, I feel like a little bit disconnected at this point, but I thought that maybe the template would have the owner, like who.
No, when there's a can't remember what the URL is, but there's a dashboard where
Oh
you
yeah,
can list all the VEPs, and when the VEP is accepted, one of the columns you can put in that, it's essentially a table. One of the columns is assign it to a particular person, and then they're sort of responsible for doing reviews and things like that. So,
Yeah, where was that dashboard and how would we find that? There should be a link right in this doc that points to that. VEP owner.
Yeah. There it is, second board. See the current version. And then you can filter if you go into the SIG column at the top, you can filter on SIG computer. I believe filter by value. There you enter the.
What happened? Filter by values. Oh,
Guess you got enter it in the SIG dash storage. Yeah. You can see it in there.
maybe they didn't, maybe they put it on a different SIG because it kind of goes over multiple.
It's number 48. So maybe because it's not, these are probably only merged.
Oh yeah. Data removed from tracked. Okay.
You
48. Will it show up now? No.
take all the filters out and see if everything shows up.
Nope.
Hmm.
So it somehow didn't get put on this. I have to go and double check to make sure because if it is just for KubeVirt 1.7, we haven't really had the planning for that yet. Like we just finished up.
There's a tab for FET planning right next to enhancements.
You'd have to add, I guess we'd have to add it here, but it's not I don't think it's for me to do.
Well, we definitely tried. I'll ask Edamar about what's going on here.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, that would be good to
For
just try to
management.
make sure. Okay. All right, we are running over time, so I guess we did a pretty heroic effort, the three of us today. So yay us. And I will close the call here. And we'll see everyone at the next SIG storage meeting in 2 weeks.
Have a good day.
All right, thanks. See
Good
ya.
evening. See you.